Welcome back to another episode of the Rock Solid Sports Podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 25th, and we have a new Stanley Cup champion.
Yes, we do. Despite all the storylines going into it, thinking Edmonton could pull it off, Florida just wanted to delay the inevitable.
They're all the way back. Actually, no, they're here for the first time. The College World Series as well. Scottie Scheffler, inevitable once again. UFC 303 this weekend. What's back at the end? Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We gonna make it, baby.
Rock solid. Rock solid. Rock solid. Rock solid. Rock solid sports.
Welcome back to this week's episode. We have a new Stanley Cup champion,
Yes, we do.
the Florida Panthers.
Your boys.
My boys. my postseason pick to win the Stanley Cup actually did it, and I couldn't be more excited for all the storylines that came out of it yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on when we made our picks, I think it might have been last episode or maybe the episode before. I'm not sure, but I remember we all did choose Florida, I think in 7. But in the way that it happened, I don't think any of us could have predicted how that was going to go down. I think they're the 5th team in NHL history to come back from a 3-0 deficit, the Oilers being them. So, I don't know. We got close, too. And I think when you look back at that game, at the end of it, I know McDavid, he did get that. Is it Smith or Smythe?
Conn Smythe.
Yeah, it's
Smythe.
Smythe.
But he got that. But I think, the MVP of that last game had to be Bobrovsky. I've never seen such clutch saves at the end of a game than I saw there. Edmonton had a plethora of amazing opportunities to push that
right
game
in front of the net.
Right in front of the net. He was on his ass. He was rolling on his stomach, everything he could, arms in the air, flailing, blocking everything. And those were good possible shots that could have gone down. And then when Edmonton pulled the goalie, they just couldn't stop giving it right back to the Panthers. So it was just after that little push, that little minute and a half they had in their zone, after that it was just kind of, it was wraps.
They pulled the goalie. It was the first thing they did was give it back to him.
Right, give it right
They
back.
First thing.
passed it right back to him.
That was so stupid. No, Bobrovsky was amazing last night. Connor McDavid by the end, and Draisaitl, I mean, he was just terrible the whole series. But they looked so gassed.
Yeah.
When they pulled Skinner out of the goal, they didn't really get like an attack in the last minute and a half that they had an extra man on the ice.
The only time they pushed it up the ice, it ended up just getting pinned in the corner for 30 seconds of the game right now.
And it ended. First time, so they're a franchise for, I believe, 30 years. They finally get their first Stanley Cup, defeat Edmonton, and defeat all of Canada. Once again,
Yeah.
the Cup remains here. So it was awesome, though. All the post-game stuff was cool to watch. Paul Maurice, the coach for the Panthers, he was getting pulled aside for an interview, and the Cup was coming over. He was like, hold on, we got a special guest. He lifted up the Cup and said a lot of words on national television that you probably can't say. But it was awesome to see just their genuine reaction. Their GM, Bill Zito, he was crying he's a very emotional person.
Yeah.
I remember after Game 6, them losing in Edmonton, also might have been Game 5, he smacked a water bottle in the press box or in his owner's box. So just to see him crying, he said it meant the world because his dad was there.
Yeah.
Seeing Matthew Tkachuk, his family, was his brother's name Brady?
I thought it was Tanner.
It's definitely not Tanner.
I thought it was a good guess.
It could have been.
Ring to
it. It does. I think it's Brady, but he just seeing him cry when Matthew was lifting the Stanley Cup. It was just an awesome scene to see. It meant a lot to, I think, the Panthers and their fan base.
It's Brady.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I think going into that game, personally, I was going to be happy either way, to be honest with you. I think it would have been really cool to see history like they did it there and how that would have been pulled off and stuff like that. I think that would have been really cool. But on the flip side, it would have been really hard to see a team that was just there last year be on the brink of win it and then blow 4 games straight and lose it. So, I mean, I was going into that. That's the most happy I've been going into a, finals, probably ever. Not expecting anything and just being happy with the result. But congrats to the Panthers. They were the better team, I think, throughout the entire playoffs. And, I think even in this finals, they were the much better team. And I think, besides McDavid, the Oilers just kind of had to fight for every second. And they did all they could, but their magic kind of ran out in Game 7.
Yeah, another year of Corey Perry losing in the Stanley Cup Finals. I think it's 4 of the last 5 years he's been on a team that's lost. Avalanche, please do not sign this guy next year. We pray. But yeah, no, again, congrats to the Panthers. Congrats to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are your boys.
Joey's Panthers.
my bandwagon team for the playoffs. I just had a feeling they're going to win. I probably should have put money on it. Would have been smart. But no, it was just an awesome scene. South Florida, I'm guessing, is going to be erratic these next few days.
Yeah.
But Connor McDavid still cannot win the big one.
Yeah, but like I said,
He did leave with something, though.
yeah, he did. They were like, "How does it feel to get it?" And he was just like, "Whatever." Like, what I was like, I'm walking away with a trophy and an L. But we talked about it not too long ago, a couple episodes ago or so, and I don't know. They lost, but it wasn't by any fault of his own. He did everything he could. I think he scored 4 or 12 points or whatever in the finals. So I mean, he did everything he could to make that happen. It's just one guy can't will a whole team, especially in hockey. One guy really can't will a team to all the way to the victory.
Especially when Draisaitl's struggling. Nick Nurse, Darnell Nurse was struggling. They had one guy on their team. I forget what was his name. Branchard, I think, something like that. He's one of their defensemen. He shot 38 shots in the postseason, which was 24 more than almost any other player in the last 2 series. I don't even know. It was a crazy stat.
Is it Bouchard?
Bouchard, that was his name. Good pull.
Thank you.
It was a great game though. I mean, starting off 1-1 in the first period was awesome. That you felt like it was going to be a classic, and it kind of died out towards the end. But just again, see South Florida lit up like that. They did boo the commissioner. Good sports town. Sports town. We got to mention that. But yeah, can't win the big one. We talked about that. We all thought he was never going to win the big one, at least this year. I think he'll be back. He's too good of a player not to. He's really special postseason, honestly. But it was a little awkward seeing him win the Conn Smythe last night.
Yeah, no, it always is. Just having that big of a loss and then just being like, and here's your trophy. And it's it sucks too because your whole team walks away with nothing and you get to walk away with something. And it kind of just feels sour. He's always going to look back at one of the biggest achievements you can get in hockey, and it's always just going to have this sour taste to it. It's only going to remind him of this game.
You gotta sell the trophy. Sell it. Put it on eBay.
Donation.
Did the best team win, Hunter?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. The Oilers, I don't know that the Panthers were much better than the Oilers, but I do think that the Panthers were a better team overall. I think we were able to see what the Oilers can do by winning 3 straight games. But yeah, honestly, at the end, I think it just came down to defense. The Panthers' defense was phenomenal.
Much more
last
physical
night,
than they had been in the past 3 years.
Insane.
Yeah, I think that was the difference in those 3 games. Is it looked for whatever reason like those 3 games out of nowhere, the Oilers were the more physical team, and then all of a sudden the Panthers were like, no, this has been us the entire season, so we're going to do what we know how to do, and they did.
I agree. I think they said that their recipe to winning all year was 2-1 games, just getting up, winning by 2, or having 2 goals, only allowing 1, and it's perfect that it ended on a 2-1 win.
I can't remember the exact number, but I saw it last night. After leading after the second period, they were 34-0-4 or some crazy. They hadn't lost a single game.
That's crazy.
It makes a lot of sense because just how physical their defense. I agree with you. They said they I think were pressing going into those, trying to just win that last one. And once they finally got back comfortable to playing their style of play, which was physical, hard-nosed defense, it worked. So I think the best team won all year. So it was cool to see that. And they got their get back from last year. So I always love a good story like that. Other than that, I don't think there was a couple trades yesterday in hockey, most random shit ever. In the middle of right before the Stanley Cup Game 7 was about to start, the backup goalie from the Bruins got traded to the Senators. There was another trade today. I mean, they always trade for future considerations, and they don't really tell you much until 3 weeks down the line. So I mean, who knows what is going to come out of that? But again, congratulations to the Florida Panthers. Yeah. Other than that, there was a new champion last night too. The Men's College World Series, Tennessee Volunteers. Shout out Morgan Gaffin.
Yeah, no, they've been getting close every year, and they finally pulled it through. I like that team. I think they're pretty solid. I love their coach. Their coach is like just a super young guy.
Awesome guy.
Yeah, just is super into it. Loves the fans. Fans love him. It's kind of cool to see him win one. That first game kind of looked like Texas A&M was going to take it. They kind of beat him up a little bit, and I thought that was going to kind of be it. Like, I thought that they would pull one more out and take it. But Tennessee, got back to their winning ways and, pulled it off there at the end.
Tony Vitello is his name. He's the head coach for Tennessee. He was getting slandered at the beginning of the year. Everybody thought this was going to be a down year for Tennessee baseball. Honestly, I couldn't tell you anything about Tennessee baseball before probably last night. But to see how many of the fans they had there kind of reminded me of the Edmonton fans in Florida Stadium.
Yeah.
There were so many Tennessee fans. Morgan Wallen was there. Peyton Manning was there. I forget the football coach's name. He was there. Their basketball coach was there. It felt like the whole school kind of knew that this was the moment, considering what they went. Was it 60-13 or 60-12 all year?
Oh,
Or
16-13, I'm pretty sure. There's 73 games.
Yeah.
60-13 record. First team to ever win 60 games in the college baseball season.
Yep.
So impressive. They won the regular season SEC championship, the tournament SEC championship. They win the College World Series.
Yep.
I think it's as dominant a display that you can have. And then Texas A&M's coach, after a long press conference last night saying he wasn't interested in any other jobs, is now expected to be the head coach of Texas baseball.
Yeah, well, you'll say a lot of things when you are trying to comfort your team, and after you've just lost a national championship, you'll kind of just say anything to kind of get that off your back and make your players feel comfortable and kind of safe and all that. But once that dust clears and you kind of see where you're at currently, it can kind of shift to a different mode, and I think Texas is about to throw some cash at him. So
as of 26 minutes ago, it is now official that he is the head coach of Texas baseball.
Yep.
And I think he made it really personal when the reporter asked him a question like that last night. And obviously, you don't want to answer those type of questions after a loss like that, especially when you're coaching like college kids and stuff. It's a little different than coaching, the pros. He said he moved his whole he moved away from his family, left his family or something to go coach at Texas A&M, and that he never wanted another job again. And it lasted a whole 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where no amount of you say that until you see that paper come across the table with that money on it, and you're like, I might be able to move a little bit down the road to go coach at Texas, but somebody. I saw a tweet about it right before we started filming that said, let's just call it how it is. Texas just big dick Texas A&M, and that's very, very evident. They just probably threw the kitchen sink at this guy and took him away from him. And Texas is a team that's pretty good themselves. So I think a good manager there could really push them over that and maybe make them a World Series champion.
Hey, I'll be all on the bandwagon for Texas baseball. I know nothing about Texas baseball, so if they're good next year, though, maybe I'll be tuned in.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts? You watched a little bit of the game last night.
Electric. I mean, I think mainly from what I saw was like the 7th inning on, but that's really whenever it started to get like crazy. I mean, at that point, it's like 6-1 in the 7th inning, and then Texas A&M goes to score 2 runs in the 8th and then 2 runs in the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
It was, the 9th inning was crazy. There was like 2 intentional walks or something that just walked Texas A&M on base to make it a 1-run game, and then I think he struck him out.
It was 2 balks.
Yeah.
No, it was an intentional walk, and then
And a
they
balk.
balked the guy at second base, so he couldn't read the catcher signs. Which, I mean, that's a strategy been used for a while, and I guess that.
Oh, I didn't even notice that it was intentional.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, the pitcher was smiling after. Like that's some crazy shit.
Yeah,
like,
it is some
it's a
crazy
crazy
shit.
guy, dude. That pitcher. I don't know his name.
Oh, the dude with the mustache?
On Tennessee. If I can, the Dale Earnhardt of Knoxville. That's his nickname.
That's
Dale.
sick.
I got to find his name. But he came in, I think, in like the bottom of the 6th or bottom of the 7th, a lefty, and just threw.
Kelly Connell?
Is his name Kelly Connell?
I think it said it at the top there.
Kirby Connell.
Kirby Connell.
Maybe that's his name. Dude, this guy's awesome. We got to put up a picture of him on the screen. This dude.
That dude rocks.
Yeah, he looks like a great, he looked like Kenny Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Eastbound and Down. That's what he looked like.
But yeah, in the beginning of that game, you kind of felt like they were going to take it over just because the first batter that came up did crank one left and took the lead very early for Tennessee Volunteers, which, granted, that's a big thing I do love about college baseball is that, with those metal bats, when somebody's good, they are really good, and they will just put it all over the field and crank it over the wall. Like, it's intense to watch.
I think we would be wrong to not talk about the dive. I believe it was in the
Insane.
bottom of the sixth. Or something.
It was no, it was the seventh. It was the last run that the Tennessee scored because it was the winning run. Was that dive, which is insane.
And it was maybe the best dive I've ever seen in any organized baseball history. Anyone better than Hunter has at softball, possibly.
Maybe.
I can't think of any dives I've had. Shout out Christian though. He had one last
Yeah,
night.
he had a big one.
Crazy.
That dive was insane.
Gave him a chance, and then out of nowhere, wow, he's safe.
He said it as much. You can look read on the bench on safe. What a slide.
The guy cut it off at right at second base, threw it home. It was way early, and the runner just dives on the opposite side of where you usually dive, on the front side of home plate. Totally turned his body in ways that I didn't think his body could be turned, and just dives across, extends the left arm, reaches out. It was amazing to watch, and the fact that turned out to be the game-winning run is insane.
Yeah, insane.
So, any other thoughts on College World Series? It's always a pleasure in Omaha. I know that gets Omaha really riled up.
Yeah, I mean, I really would like, we live somewhat close to it. That I really would, if I had a team playing it, I'd like to go. If next year Georgia or Mississippi State's in it, I'd love to pull up to there and watch those.
I've never been to Omaha. I've talked to a couple people that have. I don't think any of them have been post college or post 21. Nice burp.
My fault.
That was awesome.
That was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I had that one.
Hot.
That was insane.
Nice burp.
But
My
yeah, there's a
fault.
bar too in Omaha that does a Jello shot challenge, and every team tries to get the most.
Is he puking?
I have no idea.
What are you doing?
I thought you were puking in there.
But yeah, there's a bar in Omaha where they play that does a Jello shot challenge where every school tries to buy the most. I think LSU shattered that record this year.
I heard there was some controversy on that this year.
There always is.
You can
order.
you can order them
Yeah.
from across state lines. Nobody has to drink them.
a couple mail-in ballots
Yeah.
situation.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
What's
could just
the
you
point?
could just order them and donate. But I feel like that's
it kind of takes away.
Yeah,
from
it takes away from the fun.
Exactly. That's exactly what it does.
If you can't drink all the
Rigged.
Jello shots, you shouldn't be able to buy them.
Yeah.
Those go down easy too until you probably get to 30.
13?
Oh shit.
You gonna wake up feeling fucking crazy. All that damn sugar.
Oh no, yeah, I do. We should all try to go either next year or a couple years down the line. Omaha. I've never been to Nebraska in general, so
Not too long of a trip. There you go.
that's how he's feeling.
I'll go though.
You'll go.
Yeah, the state in general
Yeah, I feel like Nebraska's
For
not
the College World
though.
Series,
Nice,
though?
got corn. Cool.
Nice.
Wicked.
How far is Omaha from Lincoln? It's only a couple hours.
Do you know where I can find any corn? Oh, everywhere. Thank you.
Perfect.
All right. I guess we'll move on.
Crazy straight in Nebraska there.
Yeah. Damn.
I take it back. My bad.
Sorry, Nebraska.
Sorry, Nebraska.
Do we know anybody from Nebraska?
53 minutes, Lincoln to Omaha.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. So we just stay in Lincoln. Fuck Omaha.
Where's all right?
And we can go to Omaha for a night or something.
But
I feel
how
like-
much better is Lincoln? Is it an hour drive the next morning better?
Yeah.
An hour. Yeah.
It's a college town.
I feel like Omaha when the College World Series is in town is
Yeah.
different than Omaha
On a-
2 weeks
Well,
from
we can
now.
go to
Yeah.
Lincoln before.
I saw a Ferris wheel on the outside of the stadium. I
A
mean,
Ferris
there's gotta be
wheel?
something then.
a Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
That
Ferris
means a
wheel.
lot.
We got one of those in downtown Denver. It's not very good.
Omaha in June is probably more fun than Lincoln in June.
Say it again.
Sorry, Omaha in June is probably more fun than Lincoln in June.
But Lincoln in August.
Yeah,
Lincoln in fall?
in football season.
Come on now.
Okay. Now we're talking. I like our thoughts here. Okay.
Catch some Huskers games?
Nah. It didn't. It doesn't
Is
see
Lake
you.
McConaughey out there? Right.
Yeah.
How far is that? Because I know Mogaff.
It's I want to say 5-7 hours.
He's doing some research right
I
now.
don't know shit, man.
Pull up the maps.
Stat guy.
Lake
Correct.
McConaughey to Omaha is 5 hours.
Never mind.
It sounds like we're never going to Nebraska. That's what I'm hearing.
And then we can go to Lincoln, and then we can drive to Omaha for the games, then drive back, and then drive back in the morning.
I want to get some fucking corn.
All right.
I want to hand pick that shit.
It sounds like we're never going to Nebraska. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Hand pick, all right. Jesus. Scottie Scheffler. Talking about speak about hand picking. Speak about hand picking. Scottie Scheffler. He's back again. 6 wins before July. I believe the most ever since Arnold Palmer did it in like 1962 or something like that.
Yeah,
back when it like didn't matter.
I think it's the most wins in a season since Tiger.
Yeah, he's insane, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He wins the Travelers Cup or Travelers Tournament. What do they call it? Travelers Championship, the 5th major. They win. He won again. He won $20 million. That was through incentives as well, not just the base PGA, but with incentives and everything through Nike and all this other stuff. I think it ranged like to 19 M's or something like that, just for one tournament. That is crazy.
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
19 M's.
He beats out his one of his best friends, Tom Kim, in a great play right next to each other. So we're kind of seeing the same board over and over again. It just it keeps other than that, I mean, it's a pretty normal board that we've kind of just been seeing a repeat of every week. Scottie Scheffler up top, Wyndham Clark had a great tournament. Morikawa, Xander Schauffele again right next to each other. We're kind of seeing the same board over and over again, and it keeps ending with Scottie Scheffler being number 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's just the best. You guys all right over there?
My fault, dog.
But he's just the best. I mean, this is what winners do. This is when you're the best in the world for as long as he's been that. It happens. I mean, the guy is the best in the world, and he keeps going out there and showing us why. And he's about to be a billionaire because of it, probably.
I think they said he's been number 1 now for, I forget how many days they said. I think it was a lot of days. I think it was like 190 something weird like that. And they said he has 13 more years of that to catch up to Tiger Woods being number 1 of the PGA, which is absolutely insane in its own frame. But another incredible performance. No arrests for Scottie.
He shouldn't have shaved his beard in the last tournament as well.
Didn't he? Yeah, because his beard's back now.
His beard's back, and now he's winning.
I think his kid has been at 2 trophy ceremonies already, and he's 6 weeks old.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I haven't been at one.
Nah, me neither.
That's fucking terrible. God, and he's gonna be rich too. God, that kid's gonna be so good at golf.
Pathetic.
Where was this? This was Connecticut, I think. Yeah. It was TBC River Highlands. That's where the Travelers Championship was. It looked like a pretty tough course for like the first day and a half, and then the whole field kind of just killed the course. Like, I think what was the final score? It was minus 22 for Scottie. Like, it got bad in the last couple of days. That a lot of good golf was being played.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things when you go from the hardest course ever in the history of golf to something like this. Like a course like this probably looks so wide open, so easy to play on. Like, that's why everyone was shooting so well. You just finished a tournament where the winning score was what, 8 under?
6 under.
Yeah, and now we have 21 under to win it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where they just came from the hardest just to the easiest, and it's just so wide open there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. What do you think? Like, you could maybe shoot at one of these courses?
Oh, we're
not you.
Oh, about to say 210.
The Travelers?
Yeah, like that course in particular, TBC River Highlands.
Tell them about that P. Dye, John.
Like in tour condition, like when they're getting there?
Yeah, like right now, like last weekend. What do you think you would be able to best? You have the best day you can. Just one day.
If it's in tour condition, I'll give myself like a 110.
110? That's a great answer, I think.
It's about 100 strokes
Maybe
better than I think I would do.
100 strokes better.
But for reference, I've never seen a tour course in person, so maybe 130. Who knows?
Not yet.
It'd kick my butt. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would kick everybody's butt. I like to see how realistic. Caden was very realistic. 210.
Roughly.
Roughly.
That is
All right.
crazy.
175.
That's also pretty fucking bad.
It's not.
It's
Did you see what I did?
Too far fetched though.
No.
Break 200 is crazy. as fuck, dog.
That is crazy.
My fault.
You guys weren't here last time either. What was your thoughts on Wyndham Clark getting the last playoff or the last Olympic spot over like guys like Bryson DeChambeau and others?
Horrible.
Well-
Bryson should have been the first pick, but just because he's a live guy, he can't be.
Yeah, no, we all agreed. How do you feel?
I don't know too much, man.
It's the first time they're having Olympic golf in what was it?
It was like 100 years. It was like 1904.
Bro, I was
think.
really when I saw it, I was like, how does that work?
Yeah,
Like what do they do?
It's the same as the PGA. They're just using the PGA like FedEx points pretty much from what I got from it. It's like the worldwide golf rankings, and if you play on Live though, nothing that you play for counts. So if you play on the PGA, you automatically like if you play on Live, you're not going into the Olympics basically at this point in time, which is crazy.
which they'll probably end up changing after
100
this
this
year.
year.
So the points just don't matter. But then I'm talking about like when you're in the Olympic, like how is the Olympic?
Oh,
It's
like-
what stroke play. I think we talked about
Yeah,
this.
it's just like singles.
Singles.
Stroke play.
Yeah, just like PGA.
Then whoever wins.
Yeah.
And whoever places.
Yeah,
Because we were talking about like we
That's
would
fire.
want to see that team do like a 4-man scramble and
Oh
how
my god. Like
they would
basketball
probably
scramble.
score like a 44, 45.
Did you guys watch the Netflix joint of that shit?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Full swing.
What? Oh,
I don't know. There was like some
The new season.
tournament like that was live on Netflix, and I watched it. But that was pretty cool.
Oh,
I
is
was
that the
just
new
wondering
one?
If they was gonna do it like that.
I haven't heard anything about that though.
No, that's. I think you're thinking of the Rory and Tiger thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking
That's
of that one.
that's next. That starts like this fall or next year, and it's like every Monday. Yeah.
I think it's on ESPN too.
Did you see? Sorry, not trying to go off top. Did you see they're doing like a full swing type of thing for NHL? It comes out in fall.
I did not know that.
Connor McDavid's on it. Landeskog is on it. It'll be pretty cool.
Landy's on it, what, sitting on his couch or something.
His rehab, I guess.
Oh, that'll be actually pretty cool to see. Hopefully, he can get back out there next year.
The Travelers course, wherever it was at, is a Pete Dye course. That's all I want you to know. You might break a hundo, man. Are the tour courses way harder?
We'll just if
Well,
if they put it in tour condition, the rough's gonna be a lot worse. The sand in the bunkers is gonna be crazy, like stuff like that. If we go visit there on just a random weekend, it wouldn't be as hard as how they prepare it for the tour event.
And then also you got to realize like tour tees that they hit off of are usually from like even where the tips are, they're usually about like 100 yards further back than that.
Oh, you should see the ones at my course right now. Some of these par fives are like almost like 650.
So they changed
700 yards.
They changed like how they maintenance and
I don't know that yet. I haven't got there yet. I'm sure he
that's
like has
insane.
clarified
I didn't
this.
even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they made it harder.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
our rough.
I thought they just maintain it normally.
Our rough this year, they have been growing. Like they don't like mow it very often. It's like once like every a week and a half. It's bad.
Sickos.
I know. No, it's bad. But
I'd be so pissed if I was a member at some place and they just like decided they weren't doing maintenance because the tour was coming there. I'd be like, all right, come on, dog.
you're gonna shoot a 120 today. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm excited to see it come here. Hopefully, everybody can come watch. And I didn't know that until right now about like the bunkers, the rough. I just learned that.
I knew that they made the roughs real thick, but I
knew
didn't
they
know
made
about the
rough.
bunkers.
Yeah. No
That's
clue
crazy.
about the bunkers. How do they even like change? Like they add more sand or something? Or?
I
You
think
get
they're
some
just,
shovels, bud.
If I would have to guess, they're probably just more well kept. Like I would think during just like regular off season stuff, they just kind of rake it and keep it nice. Whereas in like they kind of just let it play out as it is. But I feel like when a tour's coming, they actually like really prep it every day and maybe add a little bit more.
They'll
in
put
there.
like thicker sand in it.
Yeah.
Like they'll prep it better, but then they'll prep it strategically to make it harder.
That's some asshole shit. I'd be mad too if I was a member. Jeez, that just changed like my whole perspective on being a member at like a good course.
You pay that much for them to do their job once every 6 weeks instead of every week?
That's what I'm saying. That's
Nah.
crazy. That's crazy to me.
It's a down year. It's an off year. We're chilling.
That's crazy to
I'm
me.
not going.
Any other thoughts on the PGA? I know we got a couple of tournaments coming up that a lot of people are sitting out of. Rory, I think Scottie's sitting out for like 2 weeks. He's fine though. He could sit out. He doesn't really
He
need
has
much.
like a 2,000 point lead.
Y-
over the
yeah.
next
This guy behind him.
But like I think Wyndham Clark is in Colorado, so I don't think he's playing in the one this week.
Rocket Mortgage there's not really any big names.
I
that
think
can
Ricky
see.
Fowler's like one of the biggest names in there.
Let's go get it, Ricky. Come on now.
Didn't he win it? Or I know it's Tuesday, but like, didn't he win it last year or something?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. Rocket Mortgage
Sam
Classic.
Ryder.
Is this actually the field? That's
Yeah.
Sam Ryder, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Luke List, Cameron Young.
Cameron Young, yeah.
Tom Kim's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to win.
Cam Young did shoot a 59, a
That,
sub 60.
that was impressive. We should talk about
We
that.
did skim over that.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's extremely impressive.
Yeah.
Shot at what, a 29 on the front? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. It was like literally like birdie, 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 eagle, birdie, birdie, par, birdie, birdie, birdie. Like,
It was ridiculous.
yeah.
And that was on what, Saturday? Yeah, that was on Saturday.
Can't
And
shoot
he-
a sub 60
And
on a par 9.
he was
or nine, or just the front 9 or back 9. That's fucked up.
he was tied for 42nd, I think, going into Saturday, and he finished tied for first, which is
Jeez.
absolutely insane. Yeah, no, good for him.
Yeah.
He might win.
Yeah, the only issue is by the time he got done doing what he was doing, he was tied with everybody, and then everybody
everybody
else
went.
started playing.
Yeah, that would be an issue.
Yeah.
All right, big event coming up this Saturday, UFC 303. We were hoping it would be a little bigger of, I guess, the names in it, but you still think it's going to be a good card, maybe even better.
Potentially. I mean, the hype's not going to be there like it should be what it would be with Conor McGregor, but the two that are fighting is going to be a good fight. They had like 5 people pull out of this card, so it's pretty crazy.
This rematch from November, December, around there.
Yeah. I feel like it'll be good to see how it goes, just because a lot of people thought it was a bad stoppage with Yuri, but him himself said he was out when he was dropping them bows after he got caught. So, but there's also a lot of fights on the prior to the main event, which like the co-main is who's the co-main? Oh, now I'm tweaking.
You'll think of it.
I know the first card on the main card, or the first fight on the main card is
It's-
Ian Machado, Gary, and then Michael Venom Page, and that one's gonna be fire. That's gonna be a banger.
Ortega and
Ortega,
Lopez.
yeah. So Lopez, he's just like shot out of nowhere, and I think he won like tough like a couple years ago,
Yeah.
if not in the past year, and then he's just been killing it. Like he was on 300 if I'm not mistaken. He knocked out Sadiq in like I want to say like the first or second round.
I think we had money on him.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And then he's got hella like he's up there for finishes in that weight class too. So if he can beat somebody like Brian Ortega that's top 10, top 5, or has even fought for, I'm pretty sure he's fought for a belt or a chance at a belt, and that's gonna be a big fight if he can win that.
He did knock out Sadiq
Mhm.
Yusuf. Yeah, no, I'm excited. Obviously, I think I'd be a little more excited just if, again, the hype around the McGregor train being back. Michael Chandler's now at the Beer Olympics, so I think he's kind of relaxed too a little bit, not really focusing on the UFC. I know Conor McGregor finally dropped the picture of his broken toe, which is what
That shit looked crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
it did. It looked
A lot
really
of fighters say they fight with shit. That's crazy. And like you hear about all the injuries that come out like right after, and you're like, damn. Yeah. What do you mean you was fighting with a torn meniscus, my boy? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But we don't have a gambling corner this week. But if you had to put your money on somebody, who's it going to be on for that main fight?
Alex for sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Pereira.
He's been
not gonna lose.
he's
not
been
gonna-
dominant.
Yeah.
Like the way Yuri fights, his strikes are a little different because they're like long and they're a little unorthodox. But being how technical of a kickboxer Alex is, he's just gonna catch him. Like he's probably gonna catch him with a check left hook and sleep him, and then just start piecing him. I'm not gonna lie. And if he starts out with leg kicks too, just because how low he keeps his hands, the way he can mix it up is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think we should shout out both of them just for stepping up this.
Yeah.
This
You saw
late.
the fights they've saved?
Yeah, it's two of
The
them.
first one was
Was
Steep and John Jones.
John Jones, yeah.
And then, like two of the GOATs. They're just stepping in on short notice. And
Very, very short notice, like 2-3 week notice.
Alex just fought.
Yeah, Pereira fought in UFC 301, 302? No, it was 300.
300. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 300, but then he wanted to fight already
Jamal,
in
yeah.
like 302.
He wanted to go to Brazil
For
is where he's
302.
From. Yeah.
and now
And
he's
I like the background of them both being like warriors type shit, like because they're very like native to their roots and shit. Like him with his face paint and all that shit, and then all the fucking crazy training methods that Yuri uses, like locking himself in a dark room and not eating. Like, just dude's out of his mind. He'll like cover one eye and balance on one foot and like do like hand-eye coordination. I don't know. I think it'll be a good fight. He'd be on some nut shit.
That's
You
absolutely
kind of
sick.
got to be out of your mind to step into a ring with anybody.
Especially Alex Pereira.
It's that hard.
Especially Alex Pereira, yeah.
Top 3 power punches in the world.
But
He
no,
held the record at one point.
Yeah, he's trying to get ready for when he gets punched and the right side of his brain goes off.
Yeah,
So he's got to figure out how to deal with one and step on one leg.
I think it'll be fun. Where's this one at? Do you know?
I do not.
It was supposed to be in
It's
Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, okay. I think a lot of people were upset because
I'm excited for the Sphere. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he got the Sphere because I think MGM Grand canceled like on him, and they like Dana White made them get him the Sphere.
They're
like,
fighting in the Sphere?
not.
That's like 306.
Yeah, it's a couple fights down the line.
Yeah.
NHL drafts in the Sphere, though.
Maybe
That's fire.
maybe John Jones comes back for that because he got hurt in like October, November, and it was like an 8 to 10 month.
I know 305 is supposed to be in Perth, and my boy Izzy back in that B.
Yeah, that just got
Like-
announced.
Driscus.
Yeah, are you excited for that one?
I hope he beats the brakes on him. He's got not to go there, but he got to beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah, has to.
Saying he's gonna bring the belt to Africa for the first time. That's crazy. Super crazy. With Izzy and Kamaru and Francis all being champions at the same time when he said that. Bonkers.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be fun too. Oh, so yeah, 306. That'd be around a good time for John Jones to maybe come back in the Sphere. I've heard the Sphere is amazing, just like for every.
He's on some
event.
Mike. He's on some Mike Chandler shit, right? Well, he actually got hurt too, but
He didn't
just waiting for the person he wants. That's OD.
didn't he like tear his like something?
Tore his shoulder. Or
Yeah.
something crazy on his shoulder.
his
His
pec.
pec.
I think it's his pec. Hopefully he's back.
What have you seen like all the behind the scenes shit they've been doing?
That's
What
been
is that
coming out.
from?
It's like a new UFC. I think UFC Live or something they're calling it. I don't remember, but
It's been pretty crazy.
it's
to
been
see.
cool.
It
Like
was a pick.
pretty like seeing Dana White's like genuine reactions to like hearing John Jones is hurt and like he's sad for John Jones. But you could just see money just falling out of his eyelids and he's just so upset. It is a really cool thing. I think they should do that. They almost do for like every sport. Now you're talking about NHL getting one. And NFL always has Hard Knocks. I think it's time for like every sport to kind of adopt one of these.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah, they need an NBA one. The NBA.
There's got to
already
be
a
some
drama
crazy shit
show.
going on for the
NBA
NBA.
is
to not
already
have
a
it.
damn
Yeah,
reality
so
exactly.
show.
NBA is
So
already
you
bad.
just
I
need
couldn't
cameras
imagine
on.
if
That's
there
what
was.
I'm saying.
Apparently, there was cameras on this whole Celtics season and behind the scenes for their whole team.
I did think I seen something.
I heard that.
Yeah, they were making a last dance thing for Jason
Scripted.
Tatum and Jalen Brown's
Scripted.
first dance.
I was about to say.
Scripted.
It doesn't. I don't know. David Stern wouldn't allow this shit. Baseball. I know the Dodgers have one like for themselves, but I don't know like any. Do the Braves have one like a behind the scenes?
Not one that's in depth enough to the point where it's like
People
a big
watch.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think every sport needs to adopt this. It's a good idea. But all right, we'll get into an ad read and then we'll get into the last part of the show. See ya.
Summertime is here, and there's no better way to get it kicked off than buying some Slove merch. They just had a new drop. I've had the chance to see it myself, and it's really awesome. Everyone should go out and definitely cop a piece. Right now, they got a deal going on in the store where if you buy the full sweatsuit, you get a discount on a lot of select items in the store. Are you ready to spread love? Join Slove in creating a world where love triumphs over hate and fashion meets compassion. Follow them on Instagram at slove.co or their website, slove.us. That is SLUV.us.
Welcome back to the segment part of the show. We're going to do What's Back and maybe an impromptu SOL question at the end. I don't know. Jackson, your What's Back this week.
So my what's back, I don't want to be too early on it, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Braves. The Braves are playing a lot better than they have been. They just got out of their rut there from Acuna, and now they're 7-3.
Is that why you wore this today?
That's why I wore it.
Okay.
But, they're 7-3 in their last 10. They're now only 8 back from the Phillies, which is pretty impressive. I mean, they're right behind them. All they need is the Phillies to kind of slow down for a second, and I think they can catch up. So that's my what's back because I feel like they just had to take that little down period for a little bit because they just lost their star player, of course. But I think now they're kind of they're starting to figure out how to fill in that gap that he left. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Like, I know it's pretty early in the season, and I'm pretty confident the Braves will make the playoffs. So, I mean, it's kind of neither here nor there, but I think they are starting to kind of climb back in the division, and I think they're going to start being that dominant team again. So I'm excited to watch the rest of the season with him.
Has Sean Murphy played?
I don't think so, no.
Has Austin Riley hit his 4th home run?
I'm not sure.
Struggling. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, they've been playing better. The Phillies have not stopped, though, which has been crazy. And
Yeah.
I saw Dave
Yep.
Portnoy just put a crazy bet on the Phillies to win the World Series.
Well, here's the thing. Every time that we've played the Phillies, they've been the underdog. And then they've beaten us. So maybe if we go into the game as the Braves being the underdog,
I see what you're
a
saying.
little flip-flop,
I was
vice
gonna
versa.
say, I almost prefer for the remainder of the season to kind of just be right behind them the whole way. That way,
You got to keep your foot on the
that way in
gas.
September we don't like just chill after we win the division.
Yeah.
A whole month before the season ends, we kind of keep going, and then we go in as a wild card.
Yeah, see, it's not losing; it's strategy.
Yeah,
Right.
it's losing
The
a
delusions
ACLs.
of a baseball fan in a 162 game
Yeah,
season.
a lot of
You gotta
takes
get
can
what
be
you can.
a lot of takes can be fired off in 162 games. You know, the Braves are playing better though. They beat the absolute shit out of the Yankees one game. Then the Yankees beat the absolute shit out of them. And I don't know what happened in that game 3. You guys won the series, and it was in New York, correct? God, gotta love it. We did that too. We did that too. Nice, good job, guys. Fuck the Yankees. All right, so your what's back?
The NBA draft is back, baby.
Yeah, this tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow. No, tomorrow or
Is it
Thursday.
Thursday. I think it's Thursday.
It's tomorrow.
That's first night.
It's tomorrow. Yeah,
Oh, bet.
yeah. I'm excited to see the Pistons, who they're going to draft at number 5 every year.
That's so tough.
You do that.
That's so tough.
They won 14 games, and these motherfuckers
Insane.
have to draft number
That's why
5.
I hate that damn draft lottery.
The-
For that
That
reason.
shit's wicked.
Yeah, no, David Stern would be smiling in his grave right now.
You think Bronny's gonna get drafted?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he will too.
I think either the Lakers are going to draft him or some team's going to hold him hostage.
The Mavericks.
And I have a very weird feeling it's going to be the Boston Celtics.
Nah.
That would be hilarious.
I don't think I could see Bron and Green.
Oh, LeBron wouldn't go there, but that would be the funny. It's just mental games.
Yeah.
That's disrespect.
Real quick, before we move on to this, JJ Redick did get hired as a coach for your Los Angeles Lakers. Do you have any comment on that real quick?
We'll see how it plays out.
You excited? He had a
First off,
great introductory press
Let's
conference.
not call them my Los Angeles Lakers because we gotta see where Bron go.
As of right now, they're your Los Angeles Lakers. And LeBron's going to get paid like 54 M's if he stays there for like the next 3 years. Like every year he's going to get paid 54 M's. He's going to stay.
That's wicked work. Being 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Making
Supermax?
54 M's.
Mhm.
So fire.
It's
Crazy.
stupid.
That's what you get. I mean, when your age is that high, but you still are like averaging
Dominant.
what he's averaging,
Yeah.
like you get paid whatever you want.
That's so great.
But I think that the Redick hire is really good, actually. I think what that team needed was a player coach, and I think that's exactly what Redick is.
That's gonna be crazy if they get Rondo too, just because we called that shit.
If Rondo
Both
becomes
of
like
them.
an assistant.
Yeah.
I think-
did he
I-
just get like arrested or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, let him be.
No, it's the
If,
NBA.
KC,
It's
if
the NBA.
KCP can play with a mother, for the Lakers too, with a little ankle bracelet on.
Florida Lakers.
But yeah, I think if they surround him with the right like coaches that are actual like coaches that actually have a lot of experience, and then they kind of fill in the depth of that team, I think he could actually really help them.
No, it was a good hire, I think, but it really sucks because I like JJ Redick, but he's now been a part of 2 of my like most hated franchises ever, being Duke and the Los Angeles Lakers, and his press conference was awesome. Like the way he just went up there and answered every question, even when Rob Pelinka was like, chill out. He was just like, nah, fuck this. He's like,
Did he actually say I don't fuck? I don't,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck or
quote
something like
quote
that?
unquote, I do not give a
I'm
fuck.
not going to answer your question because of that.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
That's heat.
So I think it'd be a good hire, but we'll have to see where the roster turn around. It's Rob Pelinka's job now. It's up to him now, I think. So
Sweet.
we'll see going forward. Caden, your what's back?
My what's back is a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but it's something I've been thinking about because the last like week and a half, I think, we have been seeing some absolutely insane home runs,
Yes.
distance-wise.
Yes.
And I think what's back is juiced balls. Vladdy hit like a what? Like
476.
470? I think somewhere
No,
around
that was Shohei's 468, something like that.
something. I heard someone say 519. I think it was probably just where it landed, way out there. Because didn't you say it hit like a building out
It landed on the top of a parking garage next to Fenway Park.
insane.
Pretty cool.
I
Pretty cool.
I don't know. We need to keep an eye on these home runs. Because like I said, just the last week.
Little weird timing too with all the sports going away.
Exactly. All the sports are ending. Probably baseball's views have been terrible because of the NBA and NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
We need to get viewers. Let's send these balls to fucking next city. I had to think of something to say.
No, I that's actually a decent conspiracy theory.
Like
Yeah.
the balls themselves are juiced.
Yeah.
They did this a few years ago where it was like they had
It was
like-
right out of COVID.
like really bouncy balls that would fly for like certain games, and then like dead balls for other games. Like
National TV games got like quote unquote juice balls.
yeah, that would just fly when you hit them.
Yeah.
It's not,
That's lit.
not a bad idea.
Balls are flying right now.
I think
Pause.
They fixed the.
Bring back steroids, man.
I was literally about to say bring
This-
back PEDs.
At this point, they fixed the time issue. The time issue has been fixed by the pitch clock. These games go no longer than 3 hours at this point now. So, yeah, no, if they can find one more thing to make it just electric, people will tune in and watch a 2.5 hour game
Yeah.
where balls are flying all over the yard. So, and it's not the worst thing to say. I think we do let them juice, though. I think we let the players juice again. I think it'd be more fun.
All sports, man.
Yeah, let 'em go.
I don't know about all
Especially
sports.
Nah, football for sure.
No.
Dude, all sports would be
What do you mean?
dude, UFC, football and hockey
Dead.
letting them
Oh,
take
yeah.
PEDs.
Oh yeah.
We should just let Bryson DeChambeau take
Could you imagine
PEDs.
Could you imagine a punch from juiced up Poton?
No. No, I couldn't
I couldn't
imagine.
imagine a regular one.
That's what I was about to say.
Even if he was on his deathbed.
I totally agree. Oh my gosh. No, I agree. But no, definitely should not let every sport get PEDs. That'd be dangerous.
All non-contact sports can get PEDs. Tennis,
Swimming.
golf.
Oh my God, they're driving that bitch.
Swimming would
driving
be
that bitch
crazy.
500.
Yeah, imagine Bryson on PEDs. He would
drive every green.
drive like
Pretty close.
550 yards.
He's already hitting at 410.
Yeah.
without him.
Insane.
Cork drivers or bats.
Yeah.
I'm here for whatever, man.
We should invest
I'm
in
just
this.
trying to vibe.
All right. My what's back? It's the USA. After losing Joey Chestnut, we are so back right now. The Stanley Cup is staying in the United States.
Yep.
And somehow Joe Biden and Donald Trump are having another debate on the day this comes out. So the day that anybody might watch this on Thursday, tune into, I think it's CNN. It should be Sports Center. It should be on Stream East, Sports Center, Fox, ABC, NBC.
Do you know what time it is?
No clue.
Because I'm going to be at that Morgan Wallen concert, and I'm going to have to go back and watch the highlight
It
tape.
literally
It's going to be a terrible highlight tape.
No, it's gonna be so funny. I mean, okay,
There's no crowd there. There's no crowd.
let's just
Oh, boy. I don't know
let's
if
just-
it's
At
good or
9
bad.
p.m. Eastern time.
9 p.m.
7.
Eastern. So
Let-
I will
let's just-
miss it, but I will watch it.
let's just say that these are two great candidates. I'm lying. These are two great candidates, right? And the future of our country, I'm very excited for to see any way we go. I'm an undecided voter. I probably won't vote. But that doesn't matter.
It's your duty.
No,
Not in this one. My
vote-
duty is to stay clear.
My duty is to stay out of this. But until we get there, we have to enjoy the comedy that's behind this.
Yeah.
It's going to create
Oh.
so many funny moments. Like Joe Biden might pass out on
I
stage
think-
and die.
I think Biden's going to freeze, and Trump is just going to say the craziest shit. And it's just, there's going to be no wrangling him back in.
Twitter is going to have a field day.
I cannot
after
wait
this.
for
It's going to be
Twitter.
the biggest day in Twitter history. I
Like
think.
Close.
This is going to be hilarious. And I wish they were streaming this on like ESPN, Netflix, Tubi.
Hulu, anything, everything. Every channel should be.
Fubo TV
Oh, do we have to mention that real quick?
Nah. Over or under on Joe Byron falling.
on him falling.
Over and under falls, or
Yeah.
is he
4.5 falls over under.
Are we calling falls, or are we calling stumbles?
0.5
over?
over under on,
Over.
on trips and stumbles.
Oh my God! I'm taking the over. It's so free.
Over.
Over,
Yeah.
over.
Put my rent on it.
That's gonna be hilarious. I cannot wait to tune in. I have that whole day off, and I'm literally gonna be sitting, watching right here, waiting for that to come on, and I will be live tweeting the whole thing. Also, I have one more what's back. This is the West Coast in general. We haven't talked since then. Drake might as well just retire. That was,
I don't know about that.
oh dude, that was one of the craziest videos.
Oh, it was for sure.
The production of that Kendrick concert on, what was it on? Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
How the hell did Jeff Bezos allow that to happen? Jeff Bezos probably made so much money and was like, I'm fine with this. They
I
had,
didn't know that shit was on Amazon. Or
dude, they had
I honestly just saw videos on Twitter.
They had legit members on stage.
Is that Russ?
Motherfucker. Dude, everybody was there. Big Boy was there. Mustard. LeBron was there. LeBron. Like that. It's over for Drake.
No,
A former Raptors player and LeBron. Like you guys remember that one video of like Drake looking at LeBron and was like, "You could do no wrong for me" or something on that the barbershop episode.
You know, Brown was rapping every word, fake word, not the real ones. But
Yabba dabba doo.
dude, the production of when they were playing Not Like Us and the camera angles, them just shifting, I was just like, oh yeah, it might be over for this dude.
I don't think it is.
It's
Because
not over,
You
but
know
it's Drake.
You know what's gonna happen? 5 months from now, Kendrick's not going to put out music for another 5 years.
Yep.
And Drake's going to put out about 4 platinum albums next year, probably.
Yep.
With mad shots at that.
It might not be over for his money or like his wallet, but his reputation maybe.
Oh my god.
He kind
I
of
don't know, man.
Kendrick said, "You're not a member. All this, you're not tough. You came up in a different world than we all did, and then he got the whole West Coast to literally ream this dude on streaming services."
That reminds me though. Did you see the video? It's like an old video, like young Drake, probably 2009, and he's talking to some dude. He's like an interview, and he's like, "I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, and I went to a school," and it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's all coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
Nardwar's gonna get this motherfucker.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Nardwar's
Nardwar's gonna do an interview with himself about Drake. Drake's not even gonna be there. He's like, "Yo, this is everything y'all need to know."
Yeah, but that was my other what's back. Hunter, your what's back?
My what's back is protesters.
Explain.
So we'll go right into it.
Just pass it off.
Well, the protesters were at the Travelers Championship.
The 18th hole. Right.
I don't really have much to say about them. I don't even know what they were protesting, to be honest with you.
It was oil.
Oil. Oof. Need it, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we need it.
Watch out, we're trying to play golf, bro. And you drove here, so get the fuck out the way. What are we doing?
Did you pay for a ticket to get in here just to protest? That's
Did
terrible.
you fly here,
I
too?
didn't think about that. Yeah, how did they get there?
They
Disgusting.
drove there,
Oil.
bought
Teslas.
Unless they drove Teslas.
They
and-
might have flew.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Well, if they flew, then yeah, they're definitely wrong.
Wicked.
Did you
My,
have a? There you go.
My SOL question of the day would be, is there anything that you guys would uphold a major event for, to protest? Is there anything you guys are willing to put your lives on the line for?
No. You want to know why?
And hold on, it's a two-part question. And if not, or if so, what would it be? One dying cause.
Here's the thing. There's no other place where people give less of a shit what you have to say than the finale of a sporting event. Nobody would. You could go on the middle of the field when there's 30 seconds left in a tied Super Bowl game and be like, "We're all about to die," and they'd say, "Shut the fuck up, get off the field. We got a game to play." So dude, nobody would
Who's
care.
gonna win before everyone dies?
No, exactly. So scoot. So I don't know. Like the last hole. Especially in golf, there's no other place where people just don't care,
No.
dude. You're literally talking about the most.
There's money on the line.
Yeah, dude. That's probably the biggest environmentally friendly game that is played ever, and you're gonna protest there. Like just because it's environmentally friendly doesn't mean anyone cares. I don't know. There's nothing I would go to that.
I was gonna say. So answer the question.
So I think though that like. There's a way you can go about it. Like if they were walking on the sides with like huge signs and doing all that, that's one way I'd be like, okay, they're trying to get their word out, but they're not disrupting something. Because once you disrupt something that people care about and watch, nobody's gonna really care. They're just gonna want you to get off.
You're a problem now.
You're a problem. So it's annoying. So I think it's just stupid when they do that because there's probably so many better ways to do it.
You telling me you wouldn't streak at the Super Bowl to end world hunger?
If it was
No.
guaranteed.
No.
If it was
You're
guaranteed.
a respectable man.
If it was guaranteed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Didn't some guy last year like bet
But
on
if I would've
bet on like
Bet on a streaker.
I don't.
if they like took away like
I'm just saying, like, not even for world hunger. I don't know. That's too how many people watch the Super Bowl.
If we're talking guaranteed,
Only if I don't get any
Results.
repercussions.
yeah, if guaranteed results,
Like, I got to be looked at as a hero. Like, he did
Yeah.
this, but
Look at
He
this.
ended world hunger.
He showed his ding dong to 50,000
He's got a
children.
little pecker butt.
He ended world hunger.
Look what he did for the world.
That's big dick energy in itself.
Adds a couple extra inches just by that move there.
That was good. That was good. Oh yeah, no, I mean, what was the thing back in like centuries before we were alive, when it was like the prohibition or something, when they took away like
Joe was like, if you take away my alcohol,
yeah,
that's something I won't stand for.
if they were to like take away alcohol, I feel like if I was to go get it back for everybody, it would make sporting events so much better.
Okay, that's valid.
You know what I mean? Like,
But that's so gas. That's such a fire answer.
like if they were to take away alcohol and I got it back for everybody, they'd look at me and be like, this guy fucking rocks, you know?
No, there's no alcohol. Joey runs down. 30 seconds left with the Super Bowl, and he's like, we need alcohol. The stadium's like, yeah, we do.
I make a fair
Spark a
point.
movement.
I don't know if I'd run naked.
Without the prohibition, though, we wouldn't have stock car racing.
Who's that?
Boogity, boogity,
Did
boogity.
you say, who's that?
NASCAR, baby.
Swear.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why they created it.
because of the...
Yeah, because they would have to run
To
alcohol.
bootleg?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
To
okay.
bootleg the cars, so they would end up racing them to see which one's faster.
That's so
That's
So
pretty cool.
gasoline.
That's so oil. That's so oil.
So,
We should protest
Learned that little tidbit from Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights.
Oh wow, that came from that movie. Oh, I feel
No, that
so
came
stupid.
from history, bro.
No shit, but I didn't know the references in there. Oh, that's great.
that's
All right.
real life.
We need to end this. All right. Any last thoughts?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Does anybody? Do you have an answer for this? You as well, because you didn't really give your what's back. Do you have an answer on what you guys would protest, real quick? Or
What-
if you wouldn't? If you wouldn't?
What would I protest?
Or no, let's just do would you ever.
Would I?
Is there anything that's
See,
important to you?
You already won with the answer. Like, if it's guaranteed, then yeah. But is it like right now? Is there anything that
About
is
what?
that important that I would go to the NBA Finals and protest over?
Friendly fire.
I live a pretty alright life. I don't think I care enough about that much at this point.
Sounds about white.
Friendly fire.
I said right now. There's nothing really happening right now that
No, I agree.
I need to have a care for.
I agree.
Would you?
No, that's-
What about slavery? If slavery was here, what would you
Yeah, I would
do? Okay,
protest.
as a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need my sports to be better.
Then there's no game to watch.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Do you
I
have-
didn't say that.
Let's log out.
on the record. Do you have an answer, real quick?
I mean, I guess. So for the question, are you saying, is there anything in my life that's important enough that I would stand for it under any circumstance,
go-
or
go
would I
for
go
it.
about it by going and protesting
no.
at an event?
Is there anything important enough to you that you would go disrupt a major event for? Sporting event.
No, only because I think there are better ways to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I just
No,
think,
that's valid.
yeah, there's
That's what I
better
think
ways to
too,
go
yeah.
about that stuff. So for that reason, no.
But what if it was guaranteed?
If it was guaranteed and it was something that I think is beneficial to the world and helps people, then like yeah, but that's just hypothetical and will never happen.
This is why you're respectful, man.
Good man.
Respectable. What was your? Do you have that last thought?
do.
What is it?
It's happy birthday.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Hold up, let me talk about what I tied myself to a flagpole on the green for.
Oh yeah. Let him go first.
I got nothing.
okay.
Happy birthday.
He hit a hole in one.
Ooh wee.
Hit a hole in one.
They already
Show
know.
did.
They do know, but it's lie. You're here now, so
I'm not putting you in, so
Whatever.
they're just looking at Joey and Jackson.
I would
don't know.
tie myself to a flagpole on the 18th green.
Tie yourself.
Yeah. I'm just
to protest what?
For what?
when my boy Joey happy birthday.
That's it. That's
So
it.
if somebody was going up for their putt, they'd just
Watch
take it
out.
out. They would
You
just
say happy birthday.
they would just
Joseph
take
Scott.
it out and just lay you on the green,
Yeah.
just face down.
Yeah. Like
Happy birthday.
No singing.
You want me
We
to pull
didn't
the
sing.
song?
We didn't sing Hunter either. So
That's what
Please no
Saul's
singing.
doing.
saw pin.
all right. See you guys next week. I think we're gonna have a cool episode next week. We're gonna dive into a conspiracy theory because sports are over. We need ideas. So if you have a conspiracy theory that you want us to dive into, 9/11 off the list. It's the only one. Other than that, put in the comments. Tell somebody what you guys want to see. I think we're also gonna do a 9x9x9 challenge for YouTube very soon. probably won't be good. We probably might have one person that finishes it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Good luck. But yeah, other than that, see you guys next week. Tell somebody you love them. You might just make a day.
Peace.
Salute.